Kraft the monk. Yo, Kraft is back. I miss you, Kraft. She killed the first mage. First class mage is a third class mage. Damn. UBEL is powerful. So my question is, what sort of external characteristics do you guys attach your self-worth and identity to? Because who we are is not what we do, and who we are is not what we look like. But because we are social creatures and we are social animals within the realm of social psychology, we invariably cannot escape from these external characteristics, even though external does not depict our internal reality. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a psychotherapist and educator. Today's episode presents a rich tapestry of psychological concepts through its depiction of the first class mage examination, with key moments that highlight attachment patterns, social dynamics, insecurity, and adaptive behaviors within high-pressure environments. This is the mage tournament arc that I heard many viewers talk about, so I'm very excited to tune in. This video is sponsored by Assassination Zero and Tirtanas, our new sponsor tier. Shout out to the best patron family. And without further ado, let's tune in. First class mage exam. Let's go. Wow. That looks like Switzerland. Beautiful islands and castles. Oh, there's requirements. That's why she has to get her first mage certification. Wow, handful. So top 5 mages in the country gets first class. It's so dangerous. The demon plaguing is continuing. Truth hurts. Perfect memory. That's interesting. So, quite a few callbacks. This Caragol scene reminds me of in the previous episodes where they're traveling with Zion. Let's take a moment of silence because Zion has chosen to follow his primary pursuit of looking for guerrilla warrior friends versus staying with them, the present adventure party. A second thing is another callback to the dialogue between Frieren is like, wait, Frieren-sama, are you not certified? You don't know what certification is? You're not first ranked mage? And Frieren says something interesting here is what's the matter? After 50 years, after 100 years, the association that provides and give out the certification will be no more. So she's only certifying here so then they can enter the northern area. Another very intricate detail that many people might have glossed over is Frieren is like, I'm just going to take a nap. I'm going to sleep. She laid down on Fern's lap. That we only saw half of Frieren's face. And Frieren got up momentarily after, saying that never mind. I think we just glimpsed into probably the first insecurity I've seen with Frieren. I think that scene denotes and highlights body insecurity for Frieren. There's 2 layers there. One, Frieren wanting to sleep while looking at the clouds and looking at the sky. But she could only see half the sky because of Fern's mature physical development, right? With, of course, you know what. And we've seen that Fern has developed emotionally, psychologically, but in this case also biologically with her chest size, with her physical development, which is healthy and normal. But for Frieren, I think she was caught off guard. Why Fern's physical development of her chest size, but second, Frieren's contemplation of this passage of time. as this immortal, timeless time being who's ageless. No matter how much passage of time has gone by, she physically looks the same. Of course, mentally and emotionally, she has progressed tremendously so. So I think she's comparing her physical development, and I think she's getting a little bit of body insecurity. I could gauge that through her sombering facial expression, and she wasn't too happy about the fact that she can no longer lie on Fern's lap looking at the sky, taking a nap. And this ties into the very intricate relationship between our body image and our identity. Who are we is often derived on what we do and what we look like and what we are proud of and what we are insecure about. And even a timeless or ageless immortal being such as Frieren cannot escape this identity formation, the markers of what we attach ourselves to and as. So my question is, what sort of external characteristics do you guys attach your self-worth and identity to? Is it your body image? Is it what you look like? Is it what you do? Because who we are is not what we do, and who we are is not what we look like. But because we are social creatures and we are social animals within the realm of social psychology, we invariably cannot escape from these external characteristics, even though external does not depict our internal reality and our sense, our self-worth. Very interesting opening. We can see Fern's chest developments even here. True. It's ubiquitous. 11 times, damn. Wow. Qual was one of them. Wow. Oh, who's this? Another mage? Going for the first mage certification? Oh, she's about to be OPAF. Craft the monk. Yo, Craft is back. I miss you, Craft. Dang. Kind of gives off Bruce Lee vibe here. I think Craft the monk was saving the bandit's life because he could sense how powerful this unknown mage is. So by defeating the bandits, I think he was actually saving their lives. Second thing, I'm so happy to see Craft the monk again because as we know, he's an elf that's even far wiser, far older, and existed long before Frieren has. Third, this unknown mage made a very interesting comment. Oh, I thought we could be enjoying the peace after Aura has been defeated, but these bandits and these robbery have been on the incline, it sounds like. And that's the tribal nature of humans. Whether it's us versus demons or us internally fighting each other, that's the infighting nature definition right here. Because humans are evolved and evolutionarily speaking, evolved to become tribal nature, tribalism. So due to our tribal nature, we will always have this infighting, in war tendencies, which is what I shared in episode 1. So we're seeing quite a few psychological themes just from that quick scene. But I wonder why Craft the monk is making an appearance again. Is he also trying to get certified, but he's not a mage? So is it just a coincidence? So I'm curious to see what role and metaphor, if any, Craft the monk will be making in this scene, or he's just a traveler traversing through time and space because he's Craft the monk, the wanderer. UBEL? What does UBEL mean?
珍しいね。初めて見た。
人殺しの目をしているな。
Dang. She does have kind of sociopathic eyes.
近くの森に切り刻まれた盗賊の死体があった。
I knew it. He was saving the bandits.
それも恐ろしいほどの手だれだ。
Interesting.
お説教でもしに来たの。
いや、俺も冒険者だ。自衛のための殺しにケチをつけるほど、ただ目の前の命を拾い上げただけだ。
Oh, Craft the monk. You're truly a monk.
目的地はオイサースとか。
うん。一級魔法使
I
い
knew
の
it.
試験を受け
Another
にね
first rank
フ
mage
リーレンも
contender.
そんなことを言っていたな。
Oh.
次会った時の土産話が楽しみだ。
We see that Kraft the monk is traveling to the opposite direction, so we see that he's not partaking. Of course, he's not a mage, but I love what he said. I'm looking forward to seeing Frieren the next time, hearing about her first mage certification exam, the experiences, and what she gained from it. But my question is, when is this next time? 100 years? 500 years? 1,000 years from now? When is this next time? But I guess the time is obsolete for both Frieren and Kraft because they're immortal. But I'm curious, when's the next time they're going to see each other? And will that be in season 3, season 2, season 4?
試験は2ヶ月後になります。
2
一
months.
級魔法使いの試験は3年に一度とな
Oh,
り
it's
ますの
first
でご
class.
注意ください。
Keep calling first rank,
それと
first class.
受験資格に5級以上の魔法使いの資格が必要になります。
Frieren doesn't have any
フェル
certification.
ン任せた
She's like, I'm out.
フリーレン
So
様
funny.
私一人じゃ無理です
Frieren is so funny, dude. She's funny even though she's not trying to be
一級
funny.
試験は3年に一度なんですよそしたら一級魔法使いを雇うか回路で渡るそれだとすごくお金がかかりやつ抜きになってしまいます
Oh.
正常な証じゃ無理だよねだから何なんですかその骨董品
Oh?
は
ちょっと君、
It will work. What is this?
それ見せてもらってもいいかな。
Oh, it's still recognized by some old folks? Defeating of the Demon King?
一級試験を受けられるおつもりですか？
It's recognized.
Do
Do you get that from defeating the Demon
まさか
King
ま
or
だ
what?
これを知っている人がいたなんてね
What is
そ
it?
れすごいものなんですかそのはずなんだけどね
Okay, flashback to
フ
explain
リ
what
ー
it
レン
is.
は魔法使いギルドには入ってないんだな。
で頻繁に変わるからねいちいちそんなのに入ってらんない
She
よ
outlives the association itself.
それに私にはこれがあるから正常の証す
Holy
ごいでしょ
emblem. So what is it? Come on, answer me
この
now.
錆びた首飾り知ってる？全然。
Jen Jen. Even Aizen doesn't know.
これだけが私が魔法使いであることの証だったんだけどな
確かに僕たちはその首飾りのことは知らない。でも僕たちは君がすごい
Of course.
魔法使いであることを知っ
Top
てい
5
る。
mages?
それでいいじゃないか。
Oh, him of the hero
で
so
もすぐ死んじゃうじゃん
so oh damn. Jeez, alright. Frieren the Bleak.
フリーレ
They
ン
never explained what it is. What is this
私
holy
たちは
emblem?
フリーレン
Come
様
on, someone
す
please.
ご
I
い魔
need to
法
know.
使いであることを知っていますから
I was like, what is the point of that flashback? Because with the setup of the show, every flashback serves a purpose. Now I know that that flashback is to show the parallel response that mirrors what Frieren was told by him or the hero. It doesn't matter what the holy emblem is. We know that you're an incredible mage. Mirrors exactly what Fern just told Frieren. And we see that praise and appreciation of Frieren petting Fern's head, even though in this scene, we see that Fern has grown taller and bigger in many areas, wink wink, than Frieren. So what a heartwarming scene, and that flashback is very touching for that reason.
大陸魔法協会の規定だと魔法
Continental.
使いは一般的にフェルンはなんで3級を取ったの一番試験の日程が近かったからです
Very
5級以
practical.
上の魔法使いの総数が600人見習いの6級から9級を含めても全体で2000人か
There's not that many mages.
合格者が出ない年も多い当たり前のように死傷者も出ている
Wow. High
それなり
pressure
の難関だ
environments.
ね
Moderately
それに
challenging.
しても魔法使いも減った
Some people die, but it's only
昔はもっと
moderately
多かったんで
challenging.
すか
That confidence.
魔王軍の
Wow.
構成が今だとこういう魔法としてもないと見かけない、 じゃあ2ヶ月後に備えてみっちり修行しようか
So does Frieren have to start from fifth mage all the way to the first mage for the eligibility? Or because of that unknown old dude recognized holy emblem, she's exempt and she can go straight to first mage certification. But another thought I had, it's unrelated, but if you told me as a psychotherapist, there's even any modicum chances of me dying or sustaining severe injury in my licensure exam or certification exam, I was like, sorry, bro, I'm out. I love helping people. I love the realm of clinical psychology and mental health. I love it. It's my North Star. It's my purpose. I'm good at it. But if I'm going to get hurt or even die, sorry, bros, I'm out. Someone else can be a psychotherapist. I'll find my pursuit elsewhere. To that, Frieren just says, oh, seems moderately challenging. I guess it's fine. I'll get it regardless. That's absolute confidence. Oh, Frieren's also going to help Fern to level up in her rank. Another quick pause. Another hit just hit me. In the last episode 17, some viewers said Stark's warrior leveling arc begins by him training with Old Man Vol, which means fool. So thank you for the Google Translate in the comments. In this episode, immediately afterwards, we see that Fern is also leveling up. So is this episode also parallel with last episode with Stark is leveling up and training as a warrior? In this episode, Fern is also traveling. Fern is also training and leveling up as a mage. So I like that their training arcs go hand to hand and back to back. Wow, it's already been 2 months. Time flies.
これより一級魔法使い選抜試験を行う。
今年はなかなか粒揃いですな。長年
Oh,
に
he
わ
looks
た
OP
り
too.
魔王軍の残党と戦ってきたリアベル2級魔法使い血みどろの権力争いに勝ち抜き海戦山戦の老快さを持つ電剣2級魔法使い
Imperial Mage.
史
That's
上
a
最
sick
年
title.
少で3級試験をトップの成績で合格した
Oh, Prodigy.
Frieren
Fern's
Sankyun
known
Sky.
and recognized by many. Makes sense.
2年前の2級試験で失格処分になったユーベル3級魔法使い
She killed the first mage.
あと
First class mage is a third class mage. Damn. UBEL is powerful.
なんか熟練のローマ法使いみ
That's suppressed
あれ
too.
誰
知らん
Nobody knows.
それでは第一次試験の内容を発表する。総勢57名、3人1組のパーティーに分かれ。
They're assigned into a random group. So Frieren and Fern's gonna be separated.
腕輪か第2パーティーといった
Oh, Fern and Frieren will be separated in this
魔力
episode.
を込める
Wow.
ことで
Or the
仲間の
mage
腕輪の
tournament
位置が
arc?
識別するのか
Interesting. That's a
し
sick
かし面
technology.
白いことをするねくせ者揃いの魔法使いを集めた即席のパーティーでまともな連携を
Team
取るのは
dynamic.
難し
Team
い
play. Interesting challenge.
こういうのは第一印象が大事だし
Are they the party? Yo, I'm dead.
やってみろもう喧嘩して
They
いる
also seem like children. Fern is with UBEL.
よろしくね。
Interesting. This is so
よろしくお願いし
interesting
ま
dynamic.
す。
Killer UBEL and Fern the Innocent. Interesting.
第
Before we resume, I think that I guess splitting the teams, Frieren is in team 2 and Fern is with UBEL, the killer mage. I don't know why I'm calling the killer because that's what Craft the Monk said. I think this is talking about the psychological concept of social psychology and team dynamic. Through this artificial, arbitrary, but real pressure cooker environment, they're creating these pressure environments to see the character and the skills of different mages because pressure reveals character. And I'm also interested to see how Frieren's attachment style and her behaviors shift, if any, with this new group of strangers, because we've only seen Frieren traveling and behaving with the people that she's familiar with. And the only person she didn't know initially was many, many, many moons ago when she first saw Himo the hero, Aizen the warrior, and Haiter the bishop in the forest. So this is the first time we're actually seeing how Frieren will be adaptive and adapting to the new team dynamic and the new team role as this very powerful mage with these two children who are fighting with each other. So it seems that we'll be seeing a lot of social psychology themes in the second half of this episode.
この試験区域にはシュティレという小鳥が生息
Still
している。
interesting.
各パーティーにつき一つカゴを配布しておいた。
Are they supposed to catch this
第一次
bird?
試験の合格条
Is
件
that
は
the
2
mission
つ。
for this task? What's going
明
on?
日の日没までにシュティレの入ったカゴを所持していること。その時点でパーティーメンバー全員が揃っていることだ。
She's
基本
babysitting
的に行動は
even in
自
this
由
new
だが
party. Hilarious.
試験区域の外側に出たその場で失格処分とする。
区域を囲むように塵一つ通さないような強力な結界を張っておいてよく言うぜ。
説明はちゃんと聞いてるんだ。
Wow, multitask.
それで
Oh,
は
interesting.
第一次試験を開始する。
まずは
What's the
作戦を
test?
立てるべきだって。バカかお前。見つけねえことには作戦の立てようが
Are
ね
they
えだろうが。
siblings or are they just fighting
まだ
with
喧嘩
strangers?
してる。
They've been
と
fighting
りあえ
since
ず
day
歩き
one.
ながら自己紹介しない。
Nice. Be the mature one, Frieren. Nice.
カゴを持つのはじゃんけんで決めなさい。
Stalemate.
私はフリーレン。よろしくね。
ラビーネ、3級魔法使いだ。
カンネだよ。同じく
カナ
3級魔法使い。
Cute
ラビー
names.
ネとは幼馴染で同じ魔法
They
学
know
校
each
の
other.
出身だ
They're
よ。
like best friends. Makes
二人
sense.
はシュティレに関する知識はあるの？
いいよ。
まずはシュティレを見つけて観察してみようか。
Oh, they're supposed to catch it and contain it in the cage. Okay. So many people, based on their characters, personalities, and different experiences, they approach a problem very differently. Frieren's like, let's first observe before doing anything. So there are usually two methods of solving a problem. Method one, this methodical observation first before reacting. And second, trials by error. Doing things, trying things out to see what sticks, right? So it's two very different approach. But because of Frieren's wisdom and exceptionally stellar combat intelligence, I think she went with the more optimal and efficient and effective strategy of observing first. Let's see the behaviors of the steel bird. What does it do? What's the task? Before acting upon the observation, aka collecting data. And I'm sure we'll see other teams, presumably so, probably doing trials by fire, trying different strategies out to see what sticks and what eventually becomes effective in their attempt of catching this bird. And this reminds me of what Albert Einstein was very known for. He was very, I mean, again, who knows, right? I don't know Albert Einstein. He's long dead. But from what I read, Albert Einstein is known for dedicating 95% of his time and energy thinking about the problem, observing the problem, and actually spending 5% of his time and energy on actually solving the problem at hand. And of course, Albert Einstein is known as one of the great geniuses and scientists of our lifetime. And I see some of the parallel there between what Albert Einstein did to approach his problems, which are often challenging, and Frieren by let's observe first before doing anything. Very methodical. It's a very academic, scientific approach. And I'm surprised those two children are listening to Frieren. Oh, fighting again. I love Frieren's troll face.
だらしがねえな。
少し休憩しようか。
Frieren went from babysitting Fern and Stark to
私はまだ動け
babysitting
るから
these two
先
new
見てくるよ。
characters.
まとまって動
Frieren
い
the
た方が安全
babysitter.
だって。
ラビーネは強いの？
こいつよりはな。
やんのかこら。
You guys been
私と
fighting.
比べたら。
あんたとは戦いたくねえ。
They sense
な
her
るほど
power.
いいよ、見てきな。危なくなったら戻ってくること。それと空には気をつけてね。
分かってるよ。
このパーティー大丈夫かな。
フリーレン、なんだか先生みたい。
Frieren the
リーダーに
teacher.
向いているんじゃない？
カンネたちが喧嘩しているせいだよ。
She is a
仕
great
切りたい
leader.
わけじゃない。
ごめんね。私たち昔からこんな感じなんだ。空に気をつけろってどういうこと？
そのままの意味だよ。魔力探知苦手？
なんで？
早いね。
シュティレ見つけたぜ。
Oh, that was fast. Did Frieren say watch the sky because of birds, steel birds? I think yes, but also I'm guessing that steel birds is a mana creatures. So when they travel and fly around, they probably leave traces of mana. That's why Frieren's like, look at the skies. And the silver hair maid, she, I think, understood what Frieren meant immediately. But the orange hair maid, I forgot their names already. Like I said, I'm a little bit sick, so my brain's not at full capacity. So I'm going to go by their hair color. But the orange hair maid is like, what do you mean? And Frieren's like, do you struggle with mana detection? I think that's to show us that these mana birds, steel birds, leave traces of mana. And that's probably what they're looking after. And another thing that's very subtle that I noticed is, yes, like I said earlier, Frieren is more of a methodical observer approach, like Albert Einstein, like I said. But I think the second layer there is sort of Frieren's defense mechanism of being on the standby and observing her teammates. I think, yes, she is observing the bird before doing anything. But the second layer, like I said, is she's also on the standby, sitting back literally while they're fighting, and also observing the team dynamic. Are they trustworthy? Can I trust them? Are they skilled? How will this team play work out? Will there be cohesion and so on? So she is a little bit apprehensive because these two mages have been fighting, but I think it's also a very healthy and natural defensive mechanism on Frieren's part to see, let's see if I can trust my teammates based on observing their patterns, their skill sets, and so on.
じゃあよく観察して。
Oh.
観察しろって言ったのに。
Bruh.
逃げられる
She
の
literally said
上出来だぜカメ。
ice and water.
へえ、やるじゃん。
It's sitting on top. You didn't catch it, bro. Dude, does it travel at the speed of sound? Holy shit, that was fast. Called it. Yo, faster than the speed of sound.
マジかよ、もう見えねえぞ。惜しかった
Wow.
ね。
捉えるにはよく観察する必要がある。
Careful observation.
今日一
Speaking
日
from
はシティレ
wisdom.
の観察に使うよ。ラビー
So
ネがそれ
water
を
and
凍ら
ice
せた。
magic? Good
息
combo.
を合わせたような的確なタイミング。
They're
高
very
度な連
skilled.
携だ。
Superb.
一朝一夕でできるようなものじゃない。
すぐに追うぞ。
それより湖の周りを。
なんでだよ。
ダメだ。
After superb teamwork comes superb fighting. Hilarious. So that showcases, again, the two teammates didn't go with what Frieren said, even though Frieren said that literally since the get-go. So one conjured up the water, trying to get the bird up in the sky, and the other one froze it. I guess that's superb timing and superb teamwork. But Frieren is the only one that have heard about steal the bird. So Frieren knew that the bird can break through these traps. So again, experience here shows. And I think the team already paid a minor price of letting go of the bird because their tactic failed. And I think through this, Frieren can, I guess, rest assured a little bit because through this defense mechanism, like I said, observing and to test whether the teammates can be trusted and are they trustworthy as teammates for this mission, she said that, oh, they are superb. They are very good at what they do. So I think she has gained a little bit more trust from her teammates, even though this fighting goes on because they sound like frenemies, best friends, but also enemies. So interesting. I wonder what other teams are doing the observation first approach. Or is Frieren the only one?
フリーレンがいない。やっぱりこれって小さいけど雨音だ。降っていないのになんで。あ、そういうことか。ってことはもしかして。
What? Holy shit, that came out of nowhere. What the heck? Oh no. Is that the same bird as that green bird that picked up the carousel from episodes ago? Oh, it wasn't for traces of steel birds. It's watch out from other monsters. Wow. Frieren, the sage, dude.
ラビーネの名前を呼んでいた。ラビーネのこと嫌いでしょ。
Oh, they like each other.
そうだね。
Wait, what?
なのにどうして二人は連
They're
携を取れているんだろう。
私ってさ、いざって時に何もできなかったりすることがよくあるんだ。
Very self-aware.
初めての飛行魔法の実習の時もそうだった。
先行った連中、あんな遠くに行っちまったぞ。勇気がないってんなら蹴り飛ばしてやろうか。
ラビーネなんか嫌い。
So one's more impulsive, one is more meticulous and
いつも
methodical.
私にひどいこと言ってさ、伸びるタイプなんだ。
Interesting.
冗談だ。
Attachment style.
優しいパパとママに甘やかされて育った結果がこれだろう。
Damn. She's like Frieren on steroids.
いくらでも優しくしてやるよ。
私のいいところ言って。
Praises. Always start with
おいおい、
praise
マジ
and
で
then
言ってんの
critical
かよ。
or constructive feedback. Always start with praise. Build someone up.
本当は臆病なくせに頑張っているところ。
That's a praise.
お前のいいところだよ。
もっと言って。
ああ、なんでだよ。
Motto motto. See, she's already
隠れ
smiling.
てたくさん努力しているところ
Just like
周り
Stark.
のことをよく見ていて
They also both have orange hair. She does give
笑
Fern
ってい
vibe
る
a
顔
little
が
bit.
可愛いところ
Aww.
えキモい
Fly. She's gonna fly. Called it. Pressure reveals true character.
なんだよ飛べるじゃねえか
ラビーネは乱暴だけれどもちゃんと
Yeah,
私を引っ
Lawine
張って
is
くれ
like
るん
Fern
だ
on steroids.
おかげで怖いことも勢いに任せれば
Nice.
意外となんとかなるって気
That's
が
a
つ
good
いた
friend. Lawine is a great friend. Not the teddy bear type, but a great
と
friend
ころで
nonetheless.
フリーレン私面白いことに気がついたんだけどこれって何かの役に立つかな
What's the
なるほど。
observation?
もしかしたらシュティレを簡単に捉えられるかも。
How? Alright, I guess we'll see how in the next episode 19. So last thing I will say before we close out today's episode, there's two metaphors that are just happened right now. The orange hair girl who is more soft, who needs more praises so that she can build up her self-esteem. So that's also the type of display with her attachment style growing up, but also Steelbird. So I think Steelbird symbolizes this elusive psychological needs, this elusive goals. Sometimes with different personalities and some type of goals in life, you cannot do this direct head-on approach. You have to be more soft. You have to be more strategic. You have to have this indirect approach, such as praising first, observing first before doing anything about it, which mirrors the type of girl that the orange hair girl mage is. She's a little bit more soft. She's a little bit more elusive, less concrete, and less straight on and out type A than the silver hair mage is. So with those two, Steelbird and orange hair mage, it's the same way and the same method it requires to capture the Steelbird. They're more elusive. They're more gentle. You have to take your time. You have to be attuned to their emotions. You have to attune to their patterns and behaviors before air quote capturing them. So it's a very important lesson that when dealing and approaching with different people and characters in life, you cannot have this one-size-fits-all approach. You have to adapt your approaches and your management skills to foster team chemistry, to foster relationships. Because we want to be treated as how we are treated. But a level deeper than that is treat other people not as how we want to be treated, but treat them as if how they want to be treated. Why? Because everyone is unique and everyone is different. And the last thing I'll say is this might be an overstretch, but I think the speed of this steel bird is another metaphor for passage of time. With Frieren, just like a Fern's developmental that caused Frieren to feel body insecurity in the beginning of this episode, the bird is really fast. It surpasses the peak speed of the sound, the speed of sound at its top speed, symbolizing the how quick and fast the passage of time and temporal perception is for Frieren. That moments fly by. So what we have to do is be mindful and observe and be with the present. By being with the present, that would allow them to be more mindful and more effective in capturing the steel bird, but also for Frieren, as a metaphor for all of us, take our time because time flies by. And if you are more distracted, if you're unmindful, if you're just reacting and being reactive with knee-jerk reactions all day, every day, the time is only gonna slip away from us, and these significant but fleeting moments will also escape from us, just like how Steelbird escaped from all these traps. So this was an interesting episode that's a little bit different than some of the tempos. Seems a little bit more transitional episode to me, but definitely not a filler like Naruto, because every episode is a stepping stone. So I'm very excited to see how the first Mage Tournament arc continue to unfold in the next episodes to come. And as always, if you found my analysis helpful, even in this slow and more deliberate episode such as this, in episode 17, smash that thumbs up. Check your subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, press it, because you don't want to miss my Villain Saga and my Death Note series and whatever other amazing series I'll be covering. And share this episode with one friend. One friend, easy for you, but really helps me to appease the gods of algorithm. And as always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Until next time, peace.